Have you ever stumbled upon a mystery so perplexing it defies all logic and reason? In the vast expanse of our world, few such enigmas exist that not only bewilder us, but also send chills down our spines. One such chilling mystery hails from the cold, icy realms of the former Soviet Union, a tale so eerie it remains unsolved till this day. Welcome, dear listeners, to the chilling tale of the Dyatlov Pass incident, a tale that revolves around 9 seasoned hikers who set out on an expedition, only to meet an untimely and gruesome end. A story so strange and perplexing, it has been the subject of countless investigations, theories, and debates, yet the truth remains as elusive as the icy winds of the Ural Mountains. It's winter, the year is 1959. 9 young souls, filled with the spirit of adventure, embark on a journey to conquer the northern Ural's rugged terrains. Little did they know, this journey would be their last. Their objective was simple: to reach Otorten, a mountain 10 kilometers north of the place where they would eventually meet their fate. A fate so grim, it would haunt the corridors of history forever. The subsequent investigation of this tragic incident unveiled a series of inexplicable circumstances. Empty tents, sliced open from the inside, bodies found miles away from their campsite, barefoot and underdressed in the brutal Siberian winter. Autopsy reports revealing internal injuries akin to a brutal car crash, yet strangely, no external signs of trauma. A scene so bizarre, it defied all conventional explanations. The Dyatlov Pass incident, named after the group's leader, Igor Dyatlov, remains one of history's most chilling unsolved mysteries. A cold case in the most literal sense, it continues to baffle investigators, scientists, and curious minds alike. Its enigmatic nature has given birth to countless theories, each more perplexing than the last. Embark on this journey through time as we unravel the enigma of the Dyatlov Pass incident. Let us delve into the heart of this icy mystery, and perhaps together we can bring some warmth to its chilling tale. Imagine a group of 9 enthusiastic hikers embarking on a winter adventure in the Ural Mountains. A mingling of young blood and seasoned trekkers, they were a team united by their love for nature and the thrill of the unknown. Among them were engineers, students, and a ski instructor, each bringing a unique set of skills to the table. They were not novices, they had braved the wild before and held an unwavering respect for Mother Nature's unforeseeable temperament. Their hearts were ablaze with excitement, their minds filled with anticipation. They had meticulously planned this expedition, their bags packed with provisions and survival gear. This was not a reckless endeavor. They were prepared to face the bitter cold and the treacherous terrain. They were ready to conquer the Ural Mountains, to etch their names in the annals of exploration. Little did they know, they were walking into the jaws of an unsolved mystery. On January 31st, 1959, the group reached the base of the mountain. The real challenge was about to commence. As they looked up at the towering slopes of Kholat Syakhl, their hearts pounded with a mix of exhilaration and trepidation. They were seasoned hikers, yet they knew that the Ural Mountains held surprises that could test even the most experienced of adventurers. With the sun setting, they set up camp, their tents pitched on the eastern slopes of the mountain. This was to be their outpost for the night, a safe haven from the biting cold and the relentless winds. The last photograph taken from their camera showed a group of friends huddled together, their faces aglow with the thrill of the expedition, unaware of the tragic fate that awaited them. In the following days, the weather turned against them. The temperatures plummeted to an unforgiving -30 degrees Celsius. A storm swept in, bringing with it strong winds and snow that obscured visibility and made the terrain treacherous. The mountain showed no mercy. It was a harsh, inhospitable environment, a far cry from the camaraderie and warmth of their camp. Despite these conditions, the group remained hopeful. They huddled in their tents, sharing stories and laughter, trying to keep the cold at bay. Little did they know that this would be their last night together, their last time to appreciate the beautiful yet deadly wilderness that surrounded them. As the night wore on, something happened. Something that transformed their night of camaraderie into a nightmarish ordeal. The laughter died down, replaced by a chilling silence. The jovial atmosphere turned tense and fearful. The details of what transpired are shrouded in mystery, a puzzle that remains unsolved to this day. What we do know is that their planned adventure took an unfortunate turn. A turn that led to their untimely demise. A turn that transformed their expedition into a tale of horror that would echo through the decades. A night of merriment soon turned into a night of unspeakable horror. Fast forward to February 26th, a search party stumbles upon a grisly sight. Our journey brings us to the chilling discovery that has puzzled investigators and enthusiasts alike for more than half a century. Nestled high in the unforgiving Ural Mountains, the search party uncovers the abandoned campsite of the ill-fated hikers. The tent, once a beacon of shelter against the harsh Russian winter, now stood silent and eerily desolate. It was slashed open from the inside, as if the inhabitants were in such a hurry that they couldn't spare the time to untie the entrance. A picture of urgency, of desperation, unfolded before the search party's eyes. Scattered in disarray were the hikers' belongings, left behind as if they held no value for survival. Boots, cooking utensils, cameras, even warm clothing were left untouched, painting a peculiar image of the haste that must have ensued. Adding to the chilling scene were footprints, bare and socked, leading away from the tent and disappearing into the snowy expanse. Where were they going in such a rush? And more importantly, why were they underdressed in the face of the freezing temperatures? The discovery of the bodies, however, was the most unsettling. Found at various distances from the tent, the hikers were in varying states of undress, some barely clothed. They had sustained injuries too bizarre for a simple hiking accident: a missing tongue, a fractured skull, broken ribs, but no external wounds to speak of. These injuries, coupled with the state of undress, painted a harrowing image of their last moments. The elements, it seemed, were not solely to blame. There was something else at play, something that prompted 9 experienced hikers to abandon their shelter and face the unforgiving cold in their undergarments. The scene painted a picture of panic and chaos, but why? The answer to that question remains as elusive and chilling as the freezing winds that whistle through the Dyatlov Pass. The investigation into the Dyatlov Pass incident only deepened the mystery. As the Soviet authorities delved into the incident, the enigma only seemed to thicken, and the puzzle pieces refused to fit into any conceivable picture. The official examination of the incident began with the discovery of the bodies, each one adding a new layer of bafflement. The bodies were found in a bizarre state, some barely clothed in the harsh winter, with one even missing a tongue. The autopsies revealed that most had died from hypothermia, but 2 of them had suffered major chest fractures, and 1 had significant skull damage. Yet strangely enough, there were no external wounds, only internal injuries, as though they were inflicted by a tremendous force. Even more perplexing was the presence of radiation. Traces of radioactivity were found on some of the victims' clothing, far beyond what one would expect in a typical environment. This puzzling detail added another dimension to the mystery, one that couldn't be easily dismissed or explained away. Throughout the course of the investigation, numerous theories were proposed. Some suggested they were attacked by an unknown creature, others speculated about secret military operations gone awry, and a few even dared to whisper about extraterrestrial involvement. Despite these efforts, the official conclusion was as vague as the circumstances themselves. The investigators could only state that an unknown compelling force had caused the hikers' deaths, a phrase that, rather than providing answers, only served to underscore the mystery. The files were subsequently closed and classified, hidden from the public eye for decades. It was not until the late 90s that they were finally released, yet they revealed little more than what was already known, and the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. The tale of the Dyatlov Pass incident ended with more questions than answers, a haunting reminder of our human limitations in the face of the unknown. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most baffling mysteries of the 20th century. Many questions hang in the cold Russian air, much like the breath of those 9 hikers on that fateful February night. What were the strange lights witnessed by nearby settlements on the night of their disappearance? Why were their tents ripped open from the inside, as if in a frenzy to escape an unseen threat? And the most chilling question of all, what could have prompted these experienced hikers to flee into the sub-zero wilderness without their clothes or equipment? Countless theories have been proposed over the decades, from the plausible, like avalanches and hypothermia, to the fantastical, such as alien encounters and secret military experiments. But none have provided a definitive answer. Until those questions find answers, the Dyatlov Pass incident will continue to haunt the corridors of history.